I am running late. Running very late. Tonight, though, we are going to try to make some real solid progress with Hildebrand here. I would really, really like to wrap it up. Mainly just because we're kind of at a weird point in the game where we're kind of waiting on patch notes, kind of waiting on new content material to be released. So what my main goal is to do is to actually do the level 70 roulette, then also again work through Hildy here. But also, the main goal really is ultimately to get that autumn level up. And also, facing Susano, of course, again, if it's possible. Shudder to think about it. And then also, Lakshmi. I would really like to go into all of that and get that completed on Extreme as well. So, hopefully, we can get that done. But, hey, there was a lot more excitement and news drop today, which is really cool. Final Fantasy XV is getting a weird counterpart merge with Assassin's Creed August 31st. So, probably gotta try to stream that sometime. I have really got a lot of work to do on my Final Fantasy XV profile to get to that point to be able to stream any of that, but no doubt I would really love to, and I'm not sure if it's just an event. I know it's free DLC, so we're playing, but yes, also we have our beta key for the PSN code for Dissidia, which will come into tomorrow night. So tomorrow night we will be playing, or it could actually be Saturday morning as well, because it's dropping so late in my region. So either let's go ahead and just say Saturday we'll be playing Dissidia, and I'm stoked about that. Hello chat and Tonberry Disciple. Yeah, it's been a while since the 4.0 launch. I'm looking forward to that crossover in 15. I am as well, Brian, and I am totally glad that you can make it. Hello Yuna. That was cool, although I've never played it before. Oh, it's definitely fun. Definitely. It's quiet since the 4.0 launch. I see. Okay, we're gonna jump back into these Hildebrand things. I really want to get these wrapped up though, because I know it's a little bit older content. So we'll get this queued up and we'll jump right into this. 16 minutes, so we can get about 16 minutes of Hildy in. And because I've jumped in here late tonight, I'm gonna try to play a little bit longer than usual. Hopefully that works out pretty well. But what's up, Choco? Let's jump into it. Ellie would share with you a shocking new turn in the Phantom Thief case. I was pondering when you would show up, Tonberry. I hope you haven't made any plans for the knot, because we've got a situation on our hands. Remember our good friend, the Phantom Thief? Well, it seems he's decided to branch out from burglary to cold-blooded murder. If the rumors are to be believed, he's claimed 3 victims already, all influential members of the Uldan Society. Mr. Many Faces has been kind enough to leave one of the signature calling cards at every scene, leaving no doubt as to the identity of the murderer. The message is always the same. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scales of justice to balance. More riddles. Not that you'll hear me complaining. No, the only thing my readers like more than a good mystery is a good murder mystery. Ever since the story broke, the Mithril Eye has been selling like Pawns cakes. The only rub is that it's left me no time to look into the thief's last message. Until now, that is. Shall we, Tonberry? The hidden treasure of Old Dahl, was it? If there's anyone who can shed some light on this, it's you-know-who. To Sun Silk Tapestries. I don't know if I do know who. Want to try new games now that I'm not going to be going to school this semester. Ah, what kind of games would you like to try, zombie? You've piqued my curiosity. New games are always fun. If only. Where's Sun Silk Tapestries? Right beside the Aetherite crystal. Good. But hey, all cons. Assassin's Creed is not a bad place to start. If you actually like the playthrough and the gameplay of Final Fantasy 15, that's one of the cool things I thought about the crossover. They're really going to play out really similar and really well. More acrobatic when it comes to Assassin's Creed. Less magic-y. Actually, no magic, but still yet. A lot of conspiracies. Great story. And then it gets a little weird, but it's still pretty fun. I've only ever played Final Fantasy 14 and 15. Wow. That is actually amazing. Not even Tetris? Pong? Well now, if it ain't my favorite venturer, and my favorite Mithrala reporter, along with him, tell me, what have I done to deserve the pleasure of your company today? I see as much as I'd like to help two of my best mates. I'm afraid you've found Old Wamond at a loss. Old Dahl has more than its fair share of treasures hidden and otherwise. I reckon our friend could be after just about any of them. I can tell you this much though. Whatever the thief's got his eyes on, it's got the Sultan's horn and a right dither. Word has it they've formed a regiment, or their best and brightest to safeguard the royal vaults from this very threat. The Sultan's Warren aren't like to be forthcoming with information, but it's the only lead we've got. Come on, Tonberry. I'd say it's time we paid a visit to the heart of the Sworn. Boy, hold up there, Ellie. I ain't generally the worrying type, but you may want to think twice before getting yourselves involved in this. A man in my business develops a nose for danger, and this time, the stench is something fierce. You're a reporter, Ellie, and a fine one at that. Don't put that pretty neck of yours at risk trying to play hero. Would you stop? It tickles. I'm flicking the wrist. The wrist is not for licking. Your concern is touching, but I assure you that I am ready for whatever dangers lie ahead. Besides, being a reporter is about more than selling papers. I have a duty to seek out the truth and convey it to people. Come on, Tonberry. Time is of the essence. Play Nintendo games. Hey, they count. Nintendo's where I started. Okay. Time has gone up on the roulette. Where is Scholar's Walk? Alchemist Guild. I am really going the long way here. Oh no, I never got attuned. What's the second closest? Chamber of Rule. Need for Speed, Most Wanted, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas because my brother had them at the time. Hey, those are both great games. San Andreas, gosh, I have hours put into that game I'll never get back in my life. And, literally, Need for Speed used to be my sheet. Back when I was in school, didn't really have time to try to dig into anything with the story, so I would Need for Speed as much as I could. Stopped playing when they took out car customization now. It's just like really watered down now. Compared to like... Yeah, what did you play? What was it? Most Wanted? Yeah, Most Wanted. What else was there? Underground, of course, 1 and 2. Those were fantastic. Great games. Played Call of Duty once with a little cousin. But he called me a loser. Oh, that's sad. I shouldn't laugh. I'm not big on shooter games at all. There's a handful out there I'll play. Humphrey. Halt. Only authorized personnel are allowed in. Thal, bugger me with a broadsword. It's the Gentleman of Light Adventure and Company. Oh, companion. And that catty but cute reporter from the Mithril Law. Well, well, if it isn't the self-styled warrior of Lot. Tell me, what tall tales did you spin of the Sultan's Worn recruiter to land yourself in this position? Well, only the 12's honest truth, miss. Seeing that Gentleman of Lot standing tall and triumphant that day, it moved me to the depths of the soul. Like I vowed to put aside my sketchy past and serve the realm just like my hero, Master Hildebrand. The Sultan's Worn were impressed with my commitment and my sword arm, and they gladly welcomed me into their ranks. Wait, don't tell me you've come to assist Master Hildebrand in this investigation, haven't you, Cor? Why didn't you say so sooner? That's weird. It's the least I can do to help the mates who united me with my role model. You'll be wanting to speak with Felice. She's one of the Sworn's best, and something of a history buff, it seemed. When she heard of the thief was targeting the 4 relics of Belladia, she personally stepped forward and volunteered to lead the investigation. If anyone has the information you were looking for, it'd be her. Wait here while I get her. I can trust you not to touch anything, I don't know. He's 13. It's to be expected. Oh, a pleasure to meet you, Felice. My name is Ellie from the Mithril Law. As you may have heard, we are researching the Phantom Thief case and would appreciate any information that may shed light on recent events. The pleasure is mine, Miss Ellie. And if I'm not mistaken, that would make your companion friend here one Tonberry disciple, yes? Yes. You know Tonberry? Any regular reader of the Mithra would. I must confess to being something of an unabashed fan of your work. Though it hardly befits my station to say this, I was secretly hoping that you would show up to assist in the investigation. Doubtless the inspector, too, will also welcome a helping hand. The Sultan's Warren, an elite of Uldal's elite. I can only hope they prove more competent than the bungling mercenaries I have dealt with thus far. Inspector Briarden, always one step ahead of us. Miss Ellie, Tonberry, a moment if you would. Right there, very good. Now face me and don't move an ohm. Inspector, what's that in your... Demasking dust, a formula of my own devising that will allow us to see right through the thief's disguises. Analyzing the mask left behind at Vesper Bay, I was able to identify its composition and synthesize a counter agent that would dissolve the disguise whilst leaving the wearer's face intact. In any event, it would appear the two of you are indeed who you appear to be. Brilliant, Inspector. The phantom thieves pulled the wool over our eyes for the last time. I fear it won't be so simple. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are exceedingly rare. Even with the entire resources of the Sultan's Warren at our disposal, we were only able to produce a limited supply. I see. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. That said, have you been able to identify the thief's next target? A hidden treasure of Ul'dah, the last of the 4 lost relics of Beladia. I fear not. I've pored through the history time and time again. There was only one time, but the only mention of these 4 relics is a vague reference in an old prophecy most serious scholars considered a little more than a fairy tale. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of Lot shall descend in the righteous glare. The legend goes on to describe 4 sacred artifacts, one each possessed by these 4 Beladian heroes, but makes no mention as to who their appearance or nature. 3 times we have tried to identify the thief's target, and 3 times has he foiled us by making off with something else entirely. Needless speculation will only play to the fiend's strengths. All artifacts of Beladian origin have been sealed within a royal vault, and a regiment of our finest assigned to its protection. I have furnished all the guards with a supply of demasking dust and instructed them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personages. The blackguard will be in chains before he can lay a dirty hand on the vault doors, let alone the treasures within. You have our word, my lady. What is up, Kevin? How's it going? And what, Kevin? I am terrible at guessing. Oh shit, what did I miss there? Did you ever check out Yu Hakusho? No, I can't find it anywhere. At least nowhere I can stream on my TV. Oh shit! Ah! Kiss Anime is a good place. The Sultan's Warren have launched an investigation, but the truth of the matter is that we have been far too occupied with the defense of the vaults to make any meaningful progress. We would be most grateful for any assistance you could offer. It's also on Hulu right now, Yu Hakusho, but it is only Japanese dub, so you gotta worry about English sub if you can't understand Japanese. I made it to Stormblood today. Oh, congrats. What did we miss? Hildy, the man of the hour. Hours. Cast all worry from your heart, my lady. Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, has arrived to set right what is wrong and bring the wicked to justice. And this must be the demasking dust. That is the talk of the palace. Ah, but you need not waste your supply on me, Inspector. I assure you that I am exactly who I claim to be. A shame, that. Inspector Hildebrand, we were not expecting you, but your services are most welcome. I will share all I know about the recent murders. He just spills the beans when Hildebrand shows up. The killer has claimed 3 victims thus far. The head of a publishing consortium, a high-ranking government official, and an influential scholar. Other than that, they were all influential figures in their respective circles. We can identify no common threads connecting the 3. Oh, this will prove a most satisfying case to crack indeed. And what of the method of killing? Conked over the head with a cudgel? Gutted with a great sword? Strangled with a subligar, maybe? I'm afraid that we've identified no pattern. In any event, the murderer plots the deaths of 2 or more even as we speak. We must take action, and quickly. Understood, my lady? Clues may be scarce, but worry not. My realm-renowned powers of deduction are more than up to the task. I will see this burglar turned butcher delivered to justice. Your presence is heartening indeed, Inspector Hildebrand. Friends, please take this demasking dust with you. I fear we can spare a single satchel, but I trust you will put it to good use. Jay Green and Ozafam, what is up? Glad you could both make it. And hello to you as well. You got your leg eaten by a shark. Still, oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, sorry I'm late, Ozafam. School starts tomorrow. It all goes downhill from here. Better pull an all-nighter. Hey. I think you'll have fun in Stormblood, no doubt. Come to accompany me on yet another case, friend. I like your gusto, but if you're auditioning to be my assistant, I fear that role has already been filled most ably. Still, a gentleman welcomes, cannot talk, the support of all his admirers. I shall henceforth name you thusly Tonberry, my ever-loyal associate. And now, my ever-loyal associate, the investigation calls. I propose that we begin by inspecting the site at which the most recent victim met his demise. My questioning about the palace has revealed that the scholar's body was found not far from the 80 sins of Sassomo. Even the most circumspect of criminals cannot help but leave behind clues that will not elude my gaze. Friends, let us be off. Pray alert me should you see anyone suspicious. My ever-loyal associate, we must put Miss Felice demasking dust to good use. Hey, we're number 12. That's some good news. What am I doing? Number 8. Oh wow, that is going to be one heck of a travel. I'll just do this. Go to the Aetheron Plaza, circle around, go out the exit. Probably the best. Glad you like it. Was a fun. What? You can get a mandragora? Ah, you know what? It's new. Let's get it out. Ah, yeah, there it is. It's so cool having ultras. And we can commence. Ah, yes. Everybody actually comes in here nicely, very fluidly. Excellent. I always think it's funny when I get in here and I see somebody saying greetings. Al amigo. Oh, that's spooky. Ooh, magic tech missiles. Should go to opera course, really. I'll do this like always. I hate this dungeon. I actually like it quite a bit, to be honest. But yeah, we are here all the time. I've been to Al Amigo more than any other place. It kind of makes sense, though, in a way. You know, if you really think about it, the company can really promote Xenos, and you know, he's basically the big face of Final Fantasy XIV right now. Although, I gotta say, I found myself today actually wishing that there was a Susano figure. I want one so bad. I mean, it would just sit on my wall, but no doubt, it'd be a great wall decoration. That was quick. So, I cannot wait to get into Dissidia, but I am so disappointed that in my area, the game is not going to actually be playable, for me to download even, until after 12 a.m. My plan was to actually wake up tomorrow, have it downloaded, of course, jump right into it, start a stream, play damn near unlimited matches. Now I gotta wait until 9. So, that is... oh shit, I almost did that 8 before. But no doubt, we will still stream it, and it will go down tomorrow still. I guess technically it'll go down Saturday, but... you know, still, yeah, it'll be fun. Got in for the closed beta, that is awesome. I also got in for the closed beta. Hopefully we can play together this weekend, you know, that'd be pretty cool. I'm still wondering how well this whole, the system's gonna work with it. The 3-man parties, or 3-person parties, if you will. It's definitely gonna be different. Because from what I've read, you're not only going to have to worry about combat, you're going to have to worry about keeping your other characters alive. So, that's going to be pretty interesting. So everything you want from a beat-em-up style fighting game, all the way up to, oh shit. With a party-like phases and gameplay. Definitely think it's going to be fun. Wait, what? You talking about? That was AFK. We're talking about Final Fantasy Dissidia. Or, well, Dissidia, Final Fantasy, NT, Newtel. Yeah. I'm really excited for that DLC to drop on the 31st too. I fucked up. I have really been wanting to jump back into Final Fantasy 15. I've been trying to really clear up the schedule of things, and this weekend, my plan is to actually beat Final Fantasy 12 as well, so maybe we'll be able to actually get it started. The whole Assassin's Creed thing, when I actually do get that in there, it's going to be way, way off. It's going to be random as hell from the story, but no doubt we will stream the hell out of it. Come on! What is the difference between closed beta and not closed beta? The difference is between a closed beta and a not closed beta is just the fact that with a closed beta you actually have to have permission given to you from the company to actually play, stream, or do anything with the game whatsoever. Whereas in just a regular open beta, it's open to anybody. You can usually jump in there. Really common open betas are usually Call of Duty does some open betas that are pretty open. Ghost Recon recently did one that was open. It's really rare nowadays for a game to actually do open beta. Steam does open beta more than anybody that I know. I'm not gonna waste the Joker entrance. Not on these dudes. Yeah, also if I'm actually headed right there on the dot. Oh shit, that was so bad. Ooh, right outside of it. Party's getting killed, but when you're just a bard. That's a funny title. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, and we are all squared up here. So it's kind of like a soft release before the game launched fully. Yeah, that's a good way to actually look at it too, Zombie. There's actually rumored, it's strongly rumored, so I can't really say for sure, but very strong rumor going around that there will be a another beta go down that is more open for players to actually jump into. The reason Square has this going down this time around is because if you managed to actually play Comrades, it was so
initiate soul extraction
cluttered, like badly cluttered. It was difficult to get a match. You would be stuck with just a bunch of NPC bots. It was bad. Their matchmaking was terrible. So this time around, and that was actually pretty much an open beta. So this time around, they're actually trying to make it a closed beta. So basically, to make things a little bit easier on people to be able to go in there and play, you don't have to worry about not getting queued up for a party. It's just all about eliminating clutter, really. It's also something that they're doing before they launch a playable demo, which is also rumored to come. I only say rumored because I love Square, I do, but we know how Square is. They make promises they cannot always keep, unfortunately. But with all that being said as well, though, at least we are getting a closed beta, you know. And luckily, I actually got the key, so I can stream every single bit of it. And this Dreadworm trance was wasted. hate this little spot right here that I'm at right now. So many times I've been stuck in this little corner. And I get hit with, like, just montage after montage of fireballs from the right up here above. And it's always me. Oh shit. Karumi! What is up? Glad you could join us. When I try to kill only headshot, can work with you, right? Whoa! Getting a little dark, aren't we? Shit. Did not expect that. Oh, I should have. These dudes. You know, I just now noticed, out of every time I've been here fighting these characters, I've never noticed up until this point, their swords represent fire and ice. How crazy is that? Zombie show is the best. I've actually been curious about that show. I've seen it on my, shit, I don't know if I saw it on Netflix or Hulu, but no doubt. I've been curious. What? That's silly. Oh, we get to start off with Bahamut. Sweet! Preston Kilgore. I love you. You do? Well. Love all around. Okay. Let's get in here. Do some damage to Xenos.
Friend!
Oh.
Let this moment last forever.
Oh shit. Get away from me. Do not touch me. Ah! Totally got me.
Kill!
Our zombie is a lot of funny relief. I like it more than The Walking Dead. This is going to shock a lot of you. I have not made it past season 3 of The Walking Dead. Just, at this... I'm just not that big of a fan. I don't know what it is.
Rend! This is the end.
Damn, I meant to save it.
Show me your role. Yes! Yes! Just so. More!
Holy shit.
Have you the strength? The power to transcend.
Comes this the end. Oh. We need to. Oh, what? So I was looking up how to pronounce the ZH sound, and it sounds like zombie. Zombie. Okay, so let's get out of here. No loot. Oh, maybe I did. I got loot I did not want. I obtained so much shit. What if you kill me and I'm not a zombie? That is murder. Moida. Which is not a good thing. zoom back in. Repair some gear. Let's check out our currency. Yeah, shit, we could do this. Hey, we're almost back up to 1,000,000. 315. We're kinda getting there. Fizzing over. Oh, it did fizz over. I'm careful at pouring. No head. Ooh. You have extremely good hearing, though. Could you really hear fizz? That's insane. Carbonation. Sorry, Choco. I mean, Ultros. Dan Piano. You're a shorty. The shortest of the shorts. Flowers. Yes, it's all becoming clear now. Our phantom killer is a florist who is in a hurry to escape, carelessly mislaid his wares. Just what do you think you're doing, eh? I'm the one who put those flowers there, eh? To honor the memory of me poor boy. Ye dare defile his memory, eh? 1,000 pardons, my lady. Please accept my most sincere condolences on your loss. I am Hildebrand, agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. I swear to you, on my own dear mother's name, that your son's killer will be brought to justice. As I was just saying, these flowers were clearly placed here by the family of the deceased, which can only mean... Leave this place. Run away while you still can. Run far, far away. Run, or he'll turn you into a zombie. Just like my poor, poor boy, a zombie. A living person turned into a zombie. Nonsense. Not nonsense, my boy. History. Or have you not heard of the horrors of Hildy? Aye, Ulda's sibling nation against which we waged war centuries ago. Much blood was shed by both sides, aye. But I speak of a far greater horrors than death, an unholy draught brewed by Sildin, alchemist. One with the power to turn the living into the undead, that his nation might command an army of mindless, deathless soldiers. The traitor spurn. If they've turned my poor boy into a heap of rotten flesh and ran him through, but you won't fear that from the Sultan's sworn? Fall alone knows why. But they whisked the body away before I could so much as to pay my last respects. The traitor's spurn. I heard the stories, but I never thought them true. To be able to procure such a frightening thing, just who are we dealing with here? A Sildin, I'm sure of it. Only Sildin would know the recipe. But the last remnants of the Sildi died 4 centuries ago, you say? Oh, they did. They did. He calls himself the Phantom Thief. He does. But did it ever occur to ye that he might be an honest-to-God's phantom, eh? Heard the tales from my own great-great-grandma, I did, about 4 relics of Belladea, the powers they hold, the powers to exact justice, the hell was that? A specter of the Sildia has returned to wreak vengeance on us. Woe, woe unto us all. Have the 4 warriors of Lot forsaken us? My dear boy, if only you had become a traitor like your father. If only you had kept your nose out of those history books and never so much breathed the accursed name of Sildi. But you did, and now we're doomed. Doomed! Doomed! It's my hag laugh. The neighbors love it. That bleeding horse son here somewhere. I can feel it in me. Follices. Follicles. Oh, follicles. The most potent hair tonic the realm has seen. Aye, that it was for all of a fortnight. Afore my flown lock fell out all over again, and just as I was chatting up a lovely young lass at the quicksand just to twist a off an extra elm. Montblanc. Charlatan. I'll find that so-called inspector and his sorry band, and pull every last strand of hair from their bleeding skulls. He's taking over. A friend of mine said to me that Game of Thrones episodes show in India first, then in other countries. Is that real? I actually have no idea. Oh, give time, Oscar. Mr. Calling. Worst actor I have seen ever. What? That was the most excellent hag laugh I have ever heard. Hildebrand is onto something, or at least he thinks he is. It's all becoming clear to me now. That dear old woman's testimony has confirmed that which I had suspected from the start. Like a zombie picking away at its rotten flesh, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has peeled away the foul scab of uncertainty to reveal the truth within. Open your ears and feast your minds on the fruits of my flawless deduction. Our phantom thief is a phantom indeed, a wayward spirit caught between the realm of the living and the dead, for nigh on centuries since meeting a tragic end on the battlefield. As such, our course of action is clear. We must placate this tortured soul, that it might abandon its vengeful vendetta and travel to the next life in peace. But what is this true nature of the specter's grievances? Without this knowledge, we cannot hope to assuage its rancor. Let us begin our search in the Thaumaturgs Guild. Doubtless, the tomes there contain a wealth of knowledge of the ill blood between the sibling nations. You are sneaky. Notwithstanding the abject stupidity of everything else that came out of your mouth, some knowledge of Sildi might serve us well. Go research as you will, and do take as much time as you need. You can count on me, Inspector Bjarden. Whatever knowledge is to be gleaned at the guild, it shall not escape my inspector's eye. And he's hurt many. Going to play some games. Take it easy, Ozafon. Thank you for watching, no doubt. I still find it funny that you haven't done your hunting logs. Maybe he doesn't like hunting logs. Some trees are endangered. No, it's just getting caught up with everything. it was just one of those things that just kind of got left along the way. It's probably pathetic looking. I've only done a few things. I don't even remember how to check the thing. Hunting log. Yeah, I'm still rank 1. But rank 2 in the Immortal Flames at least, yeah. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I've just mainly kept on to this story more than anything. That is not what I wanted to do. Those ladybugs are like the first thing on the list. That's very true. I think they're like level 1. We made it to 70 without them. That I did. That I did. But hey, there was a lot of content to jump in here on. There was only a few moments here and there that actually possibly could have helped a little bit. But for the most part, we made it. It'll be cruel. Overkill. Naneko. Yeah, there we go. Researching the ancient feud between the Ulda and Hildy, are you? Most impressive, youngling. Oh, I can't do this. Young people these days show little interest in learning from the past. Anyhow, I'm pleased to say I have more than a passing familiarity with the ancient history. To understand the history of the sibling nations, one must go back further still, to the birth of their mother nation, Belladia. The 5th Astral Era was an age of untold wonders, when the arcane arts burgeoned, and the great civilizations that commanded such powers flourished. This age enlightenment would not last. However, power-bred avarice and avarice-bred resentment accumulated in the War of the Magi, which brought the great floods in the 6th Umbral Calamity, which in turn swallowed once proud nations and left a battered wasteland in its wake. Mages were relieved and persecuted for having caused this catastrophe, with many forces to leave their homelands or face death. It was a small band of those survivors who found their way to Thanalan, where they would found the nation of Belladia some 8 centuries agone. Imagine. A government of mages, by mages, for mages. What wonders might have been wrought had Belladian civilization survived to this very day. Alas, this was not to be. First person is the only way to play MMOs. Only true gamers play MMOs in first person. That's some tough shit. Arzenth Azuri is a sacred structure where mortals may seek the favor of Thal, arbiter of the afterlife. For in death, we must all abide by Thal's final evaluation of our existence. Those deemed to have led lives of richer virtue are rewarded. With great comfort for their eternal souls, I urge you to consider making a donation and enchanting your virtue, thus ensuring a golden paradise for your time in the realm beyond. Greetings, traveler. You would learn of the war between Ul'dah and the fallen Sultanate of Hildy. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. The two city-states coexisted for several generations until the bad blood between them boiled over, accumulating an outright war. As you might deduce from your present state of affairs, Ul'dah emerged victorious, leaving its once proud sibling nation in smoldering ruins. As histories tell it, the battles fought between the sister nations were the stuff of nightmares in a desperate attempt to overcome Ul'dah's superior numbers. Sildian alchemists devised a most horrific stratagem, employing a frightful formula known as the Traitor's Spurn. They brought their fallen warriors back as undead soldiers. Some theories have it that they employed the potion on those of the living who were too weak or wounded to fight. It sends shivers up your spine just thinking about it now. It's truly a crowning glory of our fair nation that our forebears were able to emerge victorious against these horrors. Coco Boogie! Lava filler's just too short for that. We can get pretty close though. Tonberry. Don't surprise me like that, what's this? You're here not for your studies, but to learn of the bad blood between Ul'dah and the Hildy. I have not returned. 2 scales, 1 gold, and 1 of silver. The gold of Ul'dah, weighing prosperity and power, the silver of Hildy, weighing knowledge and power, but the power sought by the two nations differed greatly, yes, greatly indeed. The power wrought by Ul'dah prosperity was that of justice and good, while the power wrought by the Hildy knowledge was horrific beyond belief. The power to rip the living soul out of a man and render him a mindless killing machine. On this matter, the histories are clear, but riddle me this, my friend. Who writes the histories, and what does this say of the words writ within? Yes, truth can be elusive and fickle as the shifting sands. As one example, did you know that the war against the Hildy and Ul'dah and Al-Majah warrior fought side by side? Likely you did not, and neither did I until I encountered a faded passage in the ancient text buried deep within our archives. And yet, in the histories read by the populace, you will see no mention of this most fascinating fact. Might it be that someone of some time deemed this particular truth less than convenient? But I've said enough already. Whoa, I actually thought that was the 4th person. What did I miss? Who did I miss? Erasmus. You don't say. It's not every day someone comes to our halls to research Hildy. As a fellow student of history, though, I more than welcome the conversation. Ability and civilization flourished in relative peace until twin sons were born to the royal family. The two were fierce rivals, and when they came to age and their father passed, each one claimed that he was rightful heir to the throne. With neither son willing to relinquish his claim, they agreed to split their kingdom in two, forming the twin nations of Ul'dah and Hildy. But not unlike the two proud princes, the sibling nations developed a penchant for rivalry. Things are making so much more sense now. Don't like the first person that much, depending on the game. Overwatch, for example, it's good as a first person shooting. It's my Black Mage symbol. One of them, anyway. Oh, Hildebrand's already here. What are you doing, Choco? You're being weird. My ever-loyal associate, tell me, what have you learned from your questioning of the scholars in these halls? Stuff. Indeed. As it happens, I have learned much of the same. No, kiddin'. Let us take a moment to review, and allow my peerless powers of deduction to work their magic. A war of succession divides the great civilization of Belladia, giving rise the sibling nations of Ul'dah and Sildee. The two nations coexist for some generations until blood boils over, accumulating in outright war. Daunted by Ul'dah's superior military might, Sildee employ their advanced alchemical knowledge to horrific ends, transforming their own citizens, alive and dead, into fearsome undead legion. Yes, I believe I have it. The facts at hand have led me to one unassailable conclusion. Our phantom thief is a descendant of a doomed Sildee who seeks vengeance against those who reduced his countrymen to slaving zombies. To pacify his soul and send him peacefully to the next world, there is but one course of action. We must find the Sildian statesman who convinced this dreadful stratagem, and have him apologize to the thief in person for the suffering he has wrought. A brilliant plan. Perhaps you would like to go find yourself a shovel and dig this statesman out of its grave yourself. Leaving aside this nonsense of spirits and specters, it appears increasingly like our quarry shares some link to Sildee. His garnished garb is no doubt meant to evoke the silver scales of the fallen sultanate. This Sildian connection would also serve to explain the rare knowledge of the Belladian relics our thief clearly possesses. But what of the murder victims? What common thread amongst them could have occurred the hour of our adversary? A few people in town spoke of a man sighted calling upon the victims of the past days. Those who saw him said he had the most frightened air about him. Wait. Yes, it's coming to me, of course. My keen investigator's senses ring out with the voice loud and clear. This man Miss Ellie speaks of just might know something. You really should stop thinking so hard. You like to strain a brain muscle. Miss Ellie, who's this man, and where might we find him? My sources identified the man as Guguria, a traveling merchant known to the frequent horizon. Shall we pay him a visit? But of course. What is up, Red? How's it going? How are you doing, no doubt? Hopefully you've had a great day. I'm thinking Sapphire Avenue Exchange, but just be safe. Get it right the first time. I was completely wrong. To Horizon. Whoa. Hunter Hickerson. Hey, I stumbled across your channel, and by the way, you make some awesome videos. Want to check out my channel? Just look up Vanilla Wafer. I actually really don't do many collabs, but no doubt. Thanks for coming in and watching. That is very true. She was threatening to be shot. My keen instincts tell me that Master... It's right here. Testimony will be key to a monumental breakthrough in our investigation. Yes, I shall employ the ancient Manderville art of parley to skillfully extract the information we require. Had a business class meeting I had to go to. You're all good. Don't worry. Yes, if you've got business, make it quick. My time's too valuable for wasting chatting with every stranger who passes by. Forgive us, good sir. My name is Ellie, a reporter with the Mithril Law. Never blinking, all-seeing. You know the rest. I was wondering if we would trouble you with just a few questions. Was it for love or money that you killed them? Yes, you, the thief of many faces. Me? A thief? What is this nonsense? I don't know who you are, but I ain't got time or the patience for this murmuring. Now, if you'll excuse me, an important client awaits. I thought I recognized that voice. Lady Darilda. Well met indeed. Pray tell, whatever brings you to these inverns of this fair evening? But why? I live here. You have... you ham-headed half-wit Inspector Briarden? This is an unexpected pleasure. Do you have some business with my associate here? Pray tell. Guguria. We can discuss business after. Pray lend the inspector here, the handsome one, whatever assistance he requires. But, Lady Darilda, what about... Ah, yes. My dear Maria name's day present. I had in mind one of the prize pieces of Estime's latest seasonal collection. You would be able to procure one for me, yes? Or shall I eliminate the middleman and make the trip to Uldal myself? Oh shit. I'll say it just once more, Gururia. I expected you to give the inspector and his companions full assistance. They, yes, even the stupid one, helped me regain something truly priceless, yes, something more valuable than any mere trinket. I hate that timer. I hate it so much. Alright, alright. I'll tell you what I know, but you didn't hear it from me, got it? I was looking into the killing on behalf of a client of mine. The thief's got himself some of that zombie dust. The traitor's spurn, was it? And his cards speak of 5 victims. It got me to thinking. Hildy? 5 victims? The Arbiters of Truth. The Arbiters of Truth? I'm not familiar with the name. Few would be, on account of them being something of a secret society, and all influential personages of the Sultanate, you see, working from the shadows to keep false knowledge about the Udal Sildi conflict from reaching the ears of folk like you and me. False knowledge? Pray tell, just what sort of knowledge might that be? Falls balls. Don't make me say no more. I've got a family to feed. Very well, just tell us one last thing. Who hired you, and where can we find him? Hob. His name's Hob. When he heard what I said, he told me that he was going to set sail for Limsa with his 5 best sellswords to guard his back. Said there were many prying eyes at the airship docks. Said he had a private ship docked and waiting for him at Vesper Bay. But remember, you didn't hear none of this from me. This man Hob must be one of the killer's targets. Doubtless, he also knows the identity of the remaining one. I doubt that. They say the Arbiters are so secretive, they don't even know each other's true identities. Now, don't ask me how all that works, but Hobbs got high-ranking friends in the Brass Blades. Once he's heard the victims had been all zombified, he panicked. Guess he knew that he'd be next. Thank you very much, my kind sir. Once again, the ancient Manderville art of parley has procured for us a key morsel of knowledge. Let us seek out this Hob fellow and see what he can share with us, and let us hurry. The man's life is in danger, even as we speak. I caved because the 30% off Mog Station sale and bought the giant fat Moogle. What? There's a giant fat Moogle? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know there was a sale either. I've known about so much Square Enix things going on right now, a Mog Station sale has went right over my head. Alright, night y'all. I have to wake up early tomorrow. Kevin? Good night to you as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. Cell kills the wallet. Okay. To Hob. Is he in Vesper Bay? Or did he go all the way to Limsa? Looks like he didn't even make it to Vesper Bay. Oh wait, yeah he did. Let's get to it. Still think they should open up flying in the Realm Reborn areas. Oh wow, I didn't even toggle anything, the event just goes down. This must be Hob. No, Master Hob, is everything quite alright? No! Stand back, Hildy! Hunger. I hunger for your brains. Damn, there's no saving the man, Tonberry. Do what you must. Yes, my first-hand knowledge of zombies tells me this particular shade of green is unmistakably that of the undead. 'Twould seem we were a few moments late to the scene. A message. And then there was one. There it is again. Is something the matter, Inspector? Indeed, Nashu, there is. Ever since I picked up the trail of the Phantom Thief, I've had this fleeting sense. A sense that someone or something is watching us. The thief might be close at hand. We should be careful. For the moment, let us return and report our findings to Miss Felice. Secret society or no, knowing the identities of its members may yet lead us to the final victim. I too had best return to the Mithril Law. Let's meet up again after. I'll see what new clues I can uncover in the meantime. You will do nothing of the sort, Miss Ellie. These streets are far too dangerous for you to walk alone. Inspector! Inspector! I'll go with her. If you insist, Noshu, then I give my leave. But pray be wary, not just of the thief, but of Miss Ellie. She has quite the temper, as we both know. Miss Ellie, there is something I must tell you when this case is over. Be safe, and promise me that you will not attempt anything rash, as you did that time when the fiend took aim at my own life. Your life. And ah, it cost a del Sol. Yes, that was quite the ordeal, wasn't it? I'll be careful, I promise. I eagerly await the day until I hear what it is you would share with me. Look at Hildebrand. And Noshu. A secret vow. Oh, consider my interest piqued as well, good inspector. Now, let us be off. Miss Felice awaits our report. Okay. All the way back to Hildy. Oh. Ah! Chocobo. I do not remember which one was the closest. Do you? Of course you don't. Alchemist. So, I am super excited for Dissidia. I cannot contain the excitement. As soon as I got my code today, I've just been super stoked. A fourth victim. Thou have mercy, were you able to glean aught of a connection with the other victims? The arbiters of truth? No, it cannot be. Somebody, help! Ellie. Thought she was going to the Mithril Law. Miss Ellie. The voice came from the direction of the vault. We must hurry. What's going down? Oh no. Miss Ellie, are you hurt? That man. I only thought to ask him a few questions before I knew what was happening. He was upon me. I could only bash his brains with a conveniently placed bottle of mead. it would seem. Reminds me not to get on your bad side, Miss Ellie. That said, is Nashu not with you? She saw a figure lurking in the shadows and went off in a pursuit before I could stop her. This man wears the armor of the Sultan's worn squire, yet his face is unfamiliar to me. Something is amiss. Whoa. The thief of many faces. To think we would find our man like this. Thus, and again did the fiend elude our grasp, but no more, by virtue of a gentleman's indigenous deductions, and a lady's pugilistic puissance. That was a guess. I returned this satchel to you, Miss Felice. Whilst the gesture was appreciated in the end, it proved superfluous to my cracking of the case. No way, it changes again. While you're at it, is there anything else of immense value that you would like to wantonly destroy? Who did it change into this time? What? What is the meaning of this? Ingenious. A double disguise. Planted by the thief to throw us off his trail, no doubt. This is Yugi. One of my most capable men. I assigned to him to guard the vault, and outfitted him with an ample supply of demasking dust. It is inconceivable that this thief could so easily elude his grasp. Unless the thief was not wearing a mask. Speaking of which, has anyone seen Miss Ellie? No. That's impossible. Of course, it all makes perfect sense. With the phantom thief to thank for her burgeoning readership and rise through the ranks of the Mithril Eye, Miss Ellie could not bear to face the possibility of her story of a lifetime coming to an end. Thus, she hatched a plan to... My lady, the vault has been breached. The wise men's whisper. It's gone. For her foul crimes against the Sultanate, I hereby declare Ellie of the Mithril Eye, the thief of many faces, an enemy of the state. Deploy all troops and do not rest until she is in custody. And now the game is truly afoot. Gilgamesh. Bah! What is the meaning of all this ratchet and rumpus? I was just as we were about to make a triumphant return. Isn't that so, Enkidu? Nashu, what's going down? Is it about to be Nashu versus Nashu? Miss Ellie. Miss Ellie. That shadow you said you saw, I think it's just a dormouse. No. To think he'd literally stumble face first onto the second mask. His good fortune truly knows no end. But, not to worry. Yes, I dare say the Phantom Thief has another trick or two up his sleeve. Oh, you're almost at the end of a Realm Reborn Hildy questline. This is only Hildebrand? Yes. You do not understand that Hildebrand is the main event of Final Fantasy XIV. I actually really love the Hildebrand quest, and yes, this has all been Hildebrand's storyline. I love the fact that it's actually lengthy, pretty big, dives into all kinds of older and newer content, and it's hilarious. How's it going, Drake Fury? I am totally glad that you could join us. Oh, a Realm Reborn, yes. We are about to get to the Heavensward content, though, of Hildebrand, which is going to be super awesome. Being in Heavensward areas all over again. I miss them so much. Beneath the mask, not even the shockingest turn of events will deter the famed agent of inquiry. My ever-loyal associate, we must find Miss Ellie, and quickly. Surely, if confronted by her constant companions, she can still be convinced to abandon this full plan. Oh, Miss Felice, I thought you had already departed in the company of your men. But all for the better. Shall we conduct the search together? I fear that would only put them at greater risk. You see, the fifth and final member of the Arbiters of Truth, the Phantom Thief's final target, is none other than Hildebrand Mender. Me, mind you. It is not a role I sought of my own accord. My name and my passion for history are somewhat well known in the Sultanate. One day I received an anonymous letter stating that a position in the committee had opened, and I had been chosen to fill it. The letter went on to enumerate my duties to prevent the spread of historical laws that would sully the name of our illustrious nation. As high and ranking officer of the Sultan's Warren, I was deemed to be in a particularly unique position to serve as an arbiter. I knew that there were only members of the organization, but was told nothing of their names and identities. To think that my unknown compatriots were the victims all along. I cannot put any more lives in danger. I will sequester myself in the place where my presence can cause no harm until such time as the killer's apprehended. Your concern for our fellow well-being is most touching, Miss Felice, but there is no need for such caution. As a seasoned inspector, I am more than capable of protecting a lady in distress, and as a gentleman, that is exactly what I shall do. My associates here also stand at your side. Speaking of which, has anyone seen my loyal assistant? Inspector, over here! That's not Nashu. Ah, there you are, Nashu. You really shouldn't run off on your own like that. I was worried sick about you. I'm sorry, Inspector. Miss Ellie said she saw somebody in the shadows, so I went to take a look. Now, there wasn't anything there but a dormouse, but it was a really cute dormouse, you see. It just kept squeaking and scurrying away, and I just... Pardon me a moment, Nashu. Yes, my inspector senses. Speak to me. Someone is watching us, Tonberry. Let us split up and canvass our surroundings. I didn't know this was the only... Oh. Yeah, there's a part in Heavensward as well, and he should be coming to Stormblood also. Yeah, I actually saw a small trailer-like thing that I'm hoping is actually at the end of the Hildebrand questline. the second part for Heaven's Ward. I haven't done the second part yet myself. I gotta get to that sooner or later. Rewatching a Realm Reborn part with Ton might make me go ahead and do it. Oh. I was so busy with new content, I kinda left Hildy behind. I think he's onto her. He may be. I did the exact same thing, Drake Fury. Literally the exact same thing. A water-stained ladder lies conspicuously on the floor.
Be wary and be warned.
A water-stained ladder lies conspicuously on the floor.
Trust no one, and your friends are all the less.
What does that even mean? What a paper trail.
This will avail you well, use it wisely.
You obtain a sachet of demasking dust. In the next instant, you feel an imitating presence behind you. Who?
Ah! It's Gilbert!
Godbert. Yeah, Godbert. Oh. If it isn't my beloved son's staunch companion, the mighty Tonberry, he's not in his underwear. I was in the area on the matter of business, which I curtailed when I felt a suspicious presence from the shadows. Pursuing it led me here. Mayhap it is the same for you. Oh. So your pursuit of the thief of many faces has taken quite an unexpected turn, and now you have come upon a series of anonymous letters. Mayhap our watcher in the shadows is a friend, or is this but another trap laid by the fiend? Yes, the plot thickens like a dollop of salamander oil. In either event, I dare say, the circumstances call for an utmost caution. The thief could be anywhere, or anyone, myself excluded, of course. No mere mask could replicate the physique of this Manderville man. That said, I fear my dear Hildy may be a bit in over his head this time. Allow me to assist you in our investigation. Were anything to happen to Hildebrand, his dear mother would, not be pleased. I wonder what Hildebrand's mother looks like. I mean, obviously his father's a spitting image, but the mother of Hildebrand, who could it be? Maybe it's not really Godbert. If the Cinder speaks true, the villain even now lurks within our midst, and yet we have but a single sachet of demasking dust at our disposal. We must identify the impostor beyond reasonable doubt before we proceed. You know the players better than I, Tonberry. What say you have a few words with each of them and see if aught seems amiss? Inspector Briarden told me all about it. Who'd have thunk Miss Ellie was the phantom thief all this time? She sure fooled me. Miss Ellie is the phantom thief. Is it the only logical conclusion? And yet, I cannot help but feel that another truth still evades us. I am doomed to share the same fate as the others? I'd sooner die than become one of those things. Nothing particularly odd about any of them, you say? It stands to reason the fiend would not take such a risk if he were not utterly confident that he could pull off the ruse.
Curses. This one's not half the full the sun is. I must elude him, and quickly. Time is of the essence. I questioned the Sultan's ward outside. To a man, they insist they have seen naught of Miss Ellie. Wherever could she have gone? Father, what brings you here? Yes, finally the pieces are coming together. Now, if you would kindly stand still and shut up, the fiend already stands among us. Inspector Riordan, I should hope you are not doubting me. While I'm quite convinced that even a master impersonator would struggle to recreate your particular brand of idiocracy, the fact remains that anyone here has spent even a moment alone must be considered a suspect. The thief has proven to be highly efficient at assuming new identities. And as to observation, my gangly friend, I'd say this occasion calls for a dose or two of that powder Tonberry here found earlier. There wouldn't happen to be another sachet or two lying about, would there? What remains of our supply has already been distributed to the search party. But worry not, they should be reporting back within a bell's time. Huh, time might be against me, but you just watch. I'll wiggle my way out of this and turn you into a reeking drooly corpse you deserve to be. I fear that this is more time than we can afford, Miss Felice. Fortunately, my powers of deduction will lay the fiend's face bare within minutes. We know that, given the choices, the thief prefers to impersonate familiar personages, as Miss Ellie has had only passing interactions with my dear father. We can safely eliminate him from consideration. That leaves myself, Nashu, and Tonberry here. Nashu and I, in particular, have had a close, extended relationship with our suspect. I shall begin by questioning mine own assistant. I assure you that none know her better than I. Brilliant reasoning as ever, Inspector. Go on, ask me anything. Of all times for this overstuffed buffoon to start talking sense. If he asks me anything too obscure, my cover is as good as blown. My relationship with Nashu is close. I dare say at times it is as if we share a mind. If Nashu is truly my ever-loyal assistant, she should have no trouble completing my thoughts. I am a Manderville. Man. Doing what only a Manderville can. From the peaks of Corthus to Thonalon, Manderville. Man, you're the best, Inspector. A perfect score. You may rest easy, dear friends. This is unmistakably, unequivocally, undubitably the true Nashu. But it is not. I've never loved you more than now, you marvelous muttonhead, you. Nashu, is something the matter? Just because you picked up a few more wrinkles beneath the eyes, there's no need to avert that charming face of yours. Wrinkles? Wrinkles? Look who's talking, you crusty... Oh. Crustatious old. Genius, Inspector? Duster. The charade is up, Miss Ellie. Miss Ellie, you look somehow different.
Glimmer Dispeller. Who is this unfamiliar woman, and what secrets does she hold? We shall find out. 7 hells, done in by a muscle-bound muttonhead, and his motley troop of murmurs. Just who are you? Your resemblance to Miss Ellie is most uncanny, and yet... Consulting Inspector Riordan, once again, you fail to measure up to your lofty reputation. Of course we resemble each other. Ellie is, after all, my own flesh and blood, my beloved sister, and my eminently capable partner in crime. 1,000 faces I may wear, but only one name do I bear. You can call me Sissy? Charmed, I'm sure. Are you quite alright? Why, you look as if you have seen a ghost, despite my moniker. I assure you that Ellie and I are no specters. We are, mind you, the last living scions of Sildin Christus. I cannot talk. Bemused, are you? Befuddled to find 2 sisters behind the mask. Try using your brains. Once in a while, every time you encountered the thief, Ellie was standing right in your midst. No, the thief that 4 times stole the show. Oh, and those priceless relics was me. Meanwhile, Ellie hid in plain sight, supplying me with just the knowledge I needed to stay one step ahead of my pursuers, all while spinning the hair, raising tales of my exploits that won the hearts of this nation. We owe a lot to you, truly. Why? Without the tales of your hapless attempts to catch me, we never could have risen to these heights of celebrity. Miss Ceci, from a gentleman to a lady, I would ask you one thing and one thing only. Just what is it you and Miss Ellie hope to accomplish with all of your schemes? Justice. 400 years ago, Uldan dogs reduced our great nation to a nation of zombies. At long last, the cowards that would still justify these foul deeds will suffer the same fate. Wait. The histories say that it was Hildy who turned their own men into zombies. The histories lie, and you work from the shadows, silencing those who would speak the truth. You should have died with your fellows, false arbiter. It was Ulda that ordered the creation of that dreadful powder and wielded it as a weapon against our proud ancestors. The history of your glorious sultanate is built upon a law. What is this madness you speak, woman? Not madness, truth. The powder in my possession was stolen from the Uldan army 4 centuries ago by one of my ancestors. They said it was his final act of courage, in the moments before his leg fell off and his rotting head dropped from his shoulders. This is the truth that the histories don't tell, the truth that this doe-eyed sultansworn would kill to keep buried deep in the sands of Thanalan. But your time of reckoning is nigh. Oh yes, before long, you and everyone in this rotten nation will know firsthand the horrors my ancestors knew. And just what do you mean by that? Oh. How the idiots lap up stories. A masked crusader of justice,
A dashing rebel waging battle against the power and authority. Oh, if only they knew. But they will see soon enough, when they are eating each other's brains out on the streets. In the last days before our proud nation was razed to the ground, a band of final survivors stole a vast quantity of the powder from Ul'dah vaults, hiding it away in a secret vault sealed with powerful magics. The sole means by which the vault may be opened by assembling our 4 secret relics from Beladia. 4 relics, one housed in the royal palace of Sildi, before the Ul'dah dogs stole them and claimed them for their own. And so it dawns upon you at last. Yes, even as we speak, Ellie makes for the vault, the 4 relics safely in hand. Just think, one day you'll be able to tell your grandchildren that you were there when the zombie powder rained down upon Ul'dah. No, wait. You'll all be dead. Preposterous. Preposterous. But first, you, my dear, you will not even have the pleasure of looking upon the last moments of your precious homeland. Let your fresh lot, like all of your rotten lies. I think not, Miss Sissy. Oh, Hildebrand. You've already been a zombie once, man. Hildebrand! You idiot! Just for once, could you not get in the way? Godbert Manderville. I can't even trust your sorry ass to look after him for a day. Is this his mom? I knew it! That presence watching over us from the shadows. It was you, my dear wife! What? What? Frying pan. Am I to understand that you're Hildebrand's mother? Gilgamesh still lurking. He is in love. Aye, this is more like it. Hand to hand, skillet to skillet. It's enough to send a warrior's pulse racing. Prepare yourself, Tonberry. The time of our final confrontation is nigh. Honestly thought I would have to fight. That is a hell of a frying pan. Julian, do you have potatoes for brains? You overstuffed buffoon. My beloved boy's been turned into a stinking corpse, if you hadn't bloody noticed. You, Tonberry or something, was it? Oh, she gave him the evil look. Hildy told me all about your hijinks together. Pleased to meet ye. Maybe those were happy squints. My dear boy's always had a bit of a rebellious streak. What can I say? I can come on a bit too strong at times. But can you blame me? This time I thought I'd sit back and leave things to my sorry arse husband here. But look what that got me. You'll help me out, won't ye? Too scared to say no.
There's only one more person fearsome than Goldberg Manderville. Swap. Reunited with my dear boy for the first time in ages. And just look at him. He's green. Fortunately, there's still time to reverse the zombie curse, and I know just the remedy. A vial of holy water. The ingredients are simple. A tatter of oversold rags, and a vial of twice distilled water. Synced out at the market stalks, the former and the latter. You can procure them from a trader by the time of gist. Now hurry, once the poison spreads throughout his veins, no antidote will save him. In the meantime, I will search for the bumbler's bumbling assistant. With any luck, Miss Nashu is still alive. Ouch. That's smart. Ye gads! Hildy, you're looking none too hard at yourself. No thanks to you, you bumbling oaf. Now, are you going to accompany Tomberry here and make yourself useful, or do I have to reintroduce you to that wall? But of course, milady. Gilgamesh at your service. Singot's sundries, was it? Come now, Tomberry. There is work to be done. I totally did not expect Hildebrand's mother. But, you know, that totally answers a question of mine. I was talking about it just moments ago, wondering who his mother could possibly be. Lo and behold. Don't even know where to go. The Merchant Strip. Oversold rags, you say? I fear I've only a single tatter left in stock, and it's already been spoken for. By whom? But my good man, you must reconsider. My dear friend's life, and quite possibly mine own as well, hangs in the balance. I sympathize with your plight, friend, but a man has to make a living. I've been promised a copious supply of rare chimera membrane for these rags. Unless you can offer me the same, no deal. Gah, you expected us to be able to summon such a rarity out of nowhere at a moment's notice. Well, look what we have here. If it isn't the Warrior of Lot from the Colosseum. Funny, who you meet at the markets. Ah, I was not expecting that. I figured it was Ultras, maybe? As it happens, I just returned from my training, and the slaying of 10 chimeras just happened to be my task for the day. If it's chimera membrane you seek, you are more than welcome to a share. Why would she just have that on her? Carrying it around? Don't mention it. If I hadn't been for Inspector Hildebrand and Tonberry here, I'd still be tag teaming with that slimy beast, and cheating my way to fame and fortune, and I'm a woman who pays her debts. Thal take me if it wasn't Avila the Tempest. Ever since she confessed to her trickery and started climbing back up from the bottom of the ranks, I've been proud to call myself one of her best fans. Why, I've half a mind to give you the rags you seek simply for the privilege of meeting her. A kind sentiment, my good man.
But we're more than happy to uphold our side of the bargain, aren't we, Tonberry? And with this, our task here is done. Now let us find this traitor named Jest. The Hustling Strip. I didn't even look where we're at in the Hustling Strip, damn it. Oh, we're just going right back. Okay, but we'll go to the Chamber of Roll. Anyone on Behemoth? Want to go to my Serenor bonding thing? You get a minion from it. That's cool. Actually did not know that. I've never been to one of these things, so that's pretty cool. May YouTube one later, see what they're like. Don't tell me I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Damn it. Back upstairs. What's Gilgamesh's deal? I don't know much about him. Why, the chicken. The chicken is Enkidu. From the Epic of Gilgamesh story. In real life. Gilgamesh is also he's a very common reappearing Final Fantasy character. He, I want to say first appeared in Final Fantasy V. And also he's just been, like I said, reoccurring over the years. Popping up with different looks and all sorts of things. Okay, where the hell is this person? Person, where are you? There we go. He lost his old friend Enkidu and decided to paint a chicken sheen in his memory. You're getting married, lambs. I would go if I had a behemoth. Yeah. Cool, congrats. I am missing shit. Perhaps you can give me a good reason why I should care. Those bloody mandrels are richer than the traders themselves, yet they have the audacity to haggle me down for the last gill for every purchase. If the family line ended today, I'd be happier and a wealthy man. And now I believe the ballroom calls good day to you, and do not pass along my condolences to the grieving parents. Have you not a shred of honor or compassion in that spindly body? Business rival or no, the man is on death's doorstep. After the events of that day, my father will not so easily forgive and forget, but it matters not to me, no. My love for you is as deep as the seven seas. I beg of you, milady, may I have this dance? Tonberry, what a lovely surprise. Are you here for the ball, perchance? Heavens, the poor inspector. Well, if it isn't the Lapis Maiden, in the flesh. And what say you bid farewell to preening fops and scurry adventures, and share a dance with a cultured gentleman befitting your great beauty? Why, it would be my pleasure and honor. Both, my lord. Provided you first provide my good friend Tonberry with the bottle of twice distilled water that he seeks. What say you, guy? You know this, man. Bah. If it's the price you would set, then so be it. Take it. It's barely worth the weight in gil. Anyway. Now, shall we, Miss Arabella? I like how it recaps everybody. I knew Hildy to be a worthy rival, but to think that this that he was this beloved by so many, clearly this realm would be deeply mourn his loss. Quickly, Tonberry, let us deliver these goods while there is still time to save him. Gilgamesh of Fate Stay and Fate Stay Zero is a grand character. I actually did not know that he was in there, so that's pretty cool. Not the broken one. And yes, congrats, Red. Congratulations. Started Fate Zero. Yeah, Gilgamesh first appeared in Final Fantasy V. Since then, he has been in Final Fantasy XII, Final Fantasy XIII-2, and World of Final Fantasy. As a matter of fact, his music, while being remixed every time, is the same as Final Fantasy V. Very cool. I was thinking it was Final Fantasy V. Still though, no doubt, those are some cool deets. Oh, this run. I trust the two of you wouldn't dare come back empty-handed. Bloody brilliant, I'd take you over my muscle-headed half-wit of a husband any day. Well, now stand back and let me show you some real Manderville home cooking. I get it, the skillet. Oh, you bloody bugger. Guide my skillet. Aye, that should stop it spread. Now, it's up to Hildy to flush out what's left in his system. Don't worry, he's my son after all. I reckon he's still got some fight left in him. Look who I found. She was slumbering obliviously in a rubbish-strewn corner of Pearl Lane. Boy, did that nap feel good. Yes, I'm sure it did. Tonberry, word has it that Ellie has been sighted at the Sildin ruins. We must go there with all haste. The Sildian ruins. You've done well by my dear boy today. Don't worry, I'll handle things from here. There's a nice warm bed for him, and I think I know a specialist who might know a thing or two about his condition. What in the Seven Hills are you standing around for? The future of Ul'dah is at stake. Tonberry, my strength is yours as well, for Ul'dah and for our friend Hildy. You remind me of my husband. What with the having more muscles than sense, if you're so keen on making yourself useful, why don't you run to the markets and bring me some fire crystals? Keeping my dear boy warm is key to fighting off the zombification. Let's see, I believe 20 crates or so should suffice. 20 crates? I am a warrior, not an Ah, yes, milady. On the market board. I say, Enkidu, the burden we must bear simply to secure my long-awaited final confrontation with Tonberry. That said, the events of today have given me cause to reflect. Tonberry and Hildy both. Oh, to be blessed with such veritable legions of friends, tired and true. No, tried and true. But alas, not, no. Only one true friend have I ever known, and she is long lost to me. You're a fine bird, and have given me a great comfort in my travels, but you will never be Enkidu, my one and true companion. Oh, my friend, were you here with me, even Tonberry cannot stand against our combined might. Oh, Enkidu, wherever may you wander, hear my words, and return to me my side. Enkidu, do you hear me? Enkidu! Ye gods! What was that flash of the heavens? It nearly blinded me. And what? The crystals. Where have they gone? Fancy meeting you here, old friend. That voice. Could it be? My faithful companion. Why must you always make me wait so? And with that, everybody, it is 11:54. I am super tired, so we will close it off here and see what's going down with old Hildebrand, Jillian, and Gilgamesh tomorrow night. Did he just summon a Prommel? That I do not know. That is a possibility. A possibility we will unravel tomorrow night. That is insane. That is insane. But I thank you all for watching. No doubt it has been a great night, a great playthrough. And no doubt, if you would like to actually see this all unravel, you like Final Fantasy, go ahead and subscribe. Tomorrow we will be jumping back into Final Fantasy XII. Also tomorrow we'll be jumping back into Final Fantasy XIV. And also, it may be Saturday, but gonna try to press for tomorrow night if it's possible. We're actually going to be jumping into the Dissidia Final Fantasy NT, or Nutel, if you will, beta, which will be definitely loads of fun. I am so stoked for that. Actually, oh shit, wrong thing. If anybody's very curious about that, and you want to play together when the Dissidia NT does come, this is my PlayStation ID right there, online ID. It's my PlayStation ID thing. Yeah. So, it's there. Pause the video. Whatevs. Add me up. We'll play. But, keep the chat on the YouTube. That way we're not all cluttered and nobody hears like rando conversation of rando events for no reason. But, yes, zombie, you know. Isn't that how they summoned? With crystals. Very true. Very true indeed. And zombie, it is that time. But I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for the stream. Bye all. Jay, thanks for watching the stream. Really awesome to have you around. But everybody, Zombie, Jay, Drake Fury, Red, thank you all for watching. It's been a pretty great night. We got a lot accomplished here with Hildebrand, which we will definitely jump back into tomorrow. Actually, with my quest and goals of finishing Final Fantasy XII this weekend, I would also really love to actually finish the Hildebrand questline this weekend. So that is going to be my main focus, while also still worrying about trying to get my autumn level up to face Susano EX and Lakshmi. Which, I mean, we can do it now, but we want to make sure we win.
Kevin, hopefully everything is going well with you, and hopefully you can wake up as early as you would like. Dan Piano, thank you for also coming in and watching. Very cool. Awesome. Hopefully you're having a great night with gaming. Glad that you could come in here as well. Very awesome to have you around. So awesome to have everybody around. Always. Preston Kilgore with the love. Thank you for watching. Karumi, thank you for coming in and watching as well. Very awesome. Brian, glad you can make the stream tonight. And Yuna. Thank you all so much for watching, no doubt. And hopefully you all have a great night. I cry every time. What? What? Why do you cry? And I'll see you later as well, Rez. And good night to you as well, Drake Fury. It has been an awesome night. Oh shit. It's almost time. It's weird. Anyway, I'm jumping out of here, everybody. Gonna get some rest. And again, I thank you all so much for watching. It's really awesome. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Hopefully and thankfully, and if not, just know I'm here every day. You can catch me on multiple streams. Everything here always goes onto a playlist on the channel, of course. But until then, everybody, good night to you all. I will see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.